You probably use Claude Code wrong and could code 10x faster, but why you don't get the results you want? Or maybe you don't know exactly what you actually want, and it's actually difficult to know exactly what you want. There's a way to be 10x faster that most of the people don't use, or they use it wrong, the plan mode. You need to use it correctly and frequently. In this video, I will show you what it is, how to activate it, and when to use it. Plan mode is Claude's code think first, edit later mode. Claude explores your codebase, drafts a step-by-step implementation plan, and only then starts changing files once you approve it. So how you actually activate plan mode? It is very simple. If you're in the terminal, here I am in the terminal of Visual Studio Code, you just use Shift plus Tab, and then you can switch and cycle between those. It's also written here. Open it in the Visual Studio Code extension. Then it's also very simple how you do it. So you basically have to, you can click here. So you have like the different modes, which is like, it will always ask you before it's editing something. Then you have, it edits automatically, and you have the plan mode. So this is basically very simple how to activate the plan mode. But many times people just forget it, or me, I also just forget it. And then you definitely have to activate it. Another thing that I wanted to show you, which is very powerful, is that you actually tell Claude Code to ask you more questions, because naturally Claude Code does not like to ask so many questions. So what you have to do is you go into the plan mode, and then you just tell Claude Code, you just like wrote something, and then you tell it, ask me some clarification questions. So it's basically like, first you say, okay, def me feature X. I want you to do A, B, C. And then you tell it, ask me some verification questions. And it is very important that this is actually happening in the plan mode. Because if you're in another mode, like let's say you're in this mode or in this mode, it will ask you some questions, but it's not going deep into your code, checking everything what is important, and then come back to you and ask you the questions. So that is basically the number one thing that you have to do. Another thing what I like to do is actually I tell it to create a plan file. Claude Code does create plans. I mean, you asked it to execute something, and then it's going to create a plan for you. But what I like to do is ask it to create files like that. And then, because many times you don't want to work all the time in the same session. If you continue in the same session, very fast, the context is getting very big and you spend lots of tokens. So to avoid that, you create a plan file, and then you can create a new session. You can just create a session, like you create a new instance, and then you tell it, okay, you reference the file, or it's like already referenced like here, or I also like to do it like this, copy relative path. So continue developing this plan, and then you just tell it the file, and then it will continue. And another thing what is pretty nice to do, what makes things also easier, if you not only have a plan file, you also have like a status file. And then you also can reference this one. So you just say, and also check my status. And that's basically it. Like that, you will have very good plans, and Claude Code will follow your status. I mean, it will not, with the status, it does not have to check again and again what you already did. Yeah, that's it. If you liked the video, feel free to give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.